Hello, everybody, and welcome into Sunday, April 14th, 2024. Kinstyle Live with the Zoom homies with Kinstyle Live. And my green screen's still mixed up. I can go ahead and mute Greg till he gets back. You can hear his audio from his TV. Go ahead and unmute the homies. We have Darren, we have William, Rich, Sam, Greg, Sin, Jeff, Alex, Rarity, Chris, already with us in Zoom chat. Hello, gentlemen. And Alex.
Hello.
Good to see you, Jeff. Sorry to see you, Jeff. I know you'd probably much rather be at the baseball game.
My grandson would be, but Grandpa likes a break.
Well, I can understand. All right. Seems like I need to check something here. Tony Wallow was first this evening. Well, I take that back. Sam was first. My little pop-out deal is not right. Interesting, because Sam was first. Yeah, you at 7:21. You were the first one. You said hi all, followed by Rick Legs, followed by BH Ringer.
That's funny. I could see his thing a minute ago, and I clicked the timestamps on, and now I can't see anything earlier than Rick Lake saying hello.
I got one better than that. I'm buffering right now at my end on my monitor that I'm monitoring myself from, and I'm no longer live.
And I'm struggling with the live button too.
Okay, yeah, when I went to live chat instead of top chat, now I can see everything.
It's crazy. Greg Guy was fifth tonight, transplanting some flowers and making his dinner. Ooh, sausage, noodle, and corn. That sounds pretty good. Alex is making a point to let everyone know that he's here early. Darren says hello. Rick Lakes, $2 super chat to the channel. Thank you, Rick. I
don't know if my heart can take this or not.
I know. And then Rick says, is that an Alex cheek? Yes, it is an Alex cheek. It may not be the real one, but it is an Alex cheek. Alex cheek, and there I'm buffering again. And let me know if I buffer over any of your guys' stream. Go over to OBS Studio. Says it's got an excellent connection. I don't have any yellow warnings or anything yet. I am buffering still. All right, I'm gonna make a change.
Not on Opera.
I'm using Opera. That's why I'm asking. I'm still buffering.
I'm using Firefox and not buffering.
Yeah, same here. If you're doing Opera, at least I never could understand the foreign languages when.
You guys on Zoom can see real quick. This is buffering right here, and I am on Opera, and it's no longer live. So if I click the live button, then it goes back to live because since I'm setting my screen, it's not showing.
When I clicked on live, I had about a fraction of a second of buffer when it went live. For some reason, I wasn't quite caught up.
I'm not sure why that's doing that. Anyway, Alex Cheek gave me a $2 super chat as well. Thank you, Alex. He's trying to butter me up. Alex sent me a message on Messenger. So, before I make my decision on this, is this actually functional?
Yes, it is functional.
I'm looking
at you on it right now.
You go, just relax there. Susie, hold on now. What'd you do? Go grab somebody off the street and force them to put that in for you?
Oh no, my dad asked my dad to take my old one down and put the new one in because and before that he come to me and he was having some problems with his phone connecting to the printer, so I fixed that for him, and then a few minutes later he asked me if I had ordered a monitor because obviously Amazon sent the box that Amazon did not rebox the monitor. They slapped the address label on the actual monitor box and just sent it. If that makes sense.
That
Yep.
makes perfectly good sense. John Williams says, hello to myself and everyone else in chat, and asks, is anyone watching Billy Joel at the same time? What a great singer and talent. No, I plan on watching Billy Joel out of Las Vegas later on this evening. I knew I wasn't going to be able to see it now. And the way that I watch TV, it's just very good that I watch it through the NVIDIA Shield, and practically from anywhere in the world I can watch anything I'd like.
Speaking of Vegas, have you paid the Las Vegas external access fee? That's a new thing out here, you know.
The who, the what?
The Las Vegas external access fee, we charge extra for people that aren't actually here now.
What?
I will discuss that with you later, because yes, I have paid that fee a few times over, actually. Oh my gosh, Mrs. K is
Well,
in the
this is
chat
a new
room.
one. It has to go through a particular bank account.
Yeah, I saw that new bank called the Ryman Incorporated
Yeah.
The name threw me
Something
for a
like
minute. But all right, Alex, go ahead and share your screen. Oh wait, I'm buffering again. Yeah, go ahead, share your screen.
All right. Give me
Oh, now no,
second here.
you're not prepared. The clock
No.
is running. This is like Jeopardy.
I'm prepared.
No, you're not. You said give me and then you
Next in the queue.
exactly. Tony Wallow says audio is normal. Rick Lake says hello to Mrs. K. Jeff says hello to Mrs. K. Mrs. K says hello to everyone. I'm going to try something while he's sharing his screen. Let me see what happens here.
What kind of rat's nest is this?
I know.
I don't know. I'm
It's
buffering
horrible.
again. I'm buffering and it shows.
But
Oh,
don't
that's
pay it-
Alex.
Don't pay attention to that. That's
Don't pay attention to the. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Is that mirroring? It looks like your new monitor is mirroring. Is it just me, or does
It's
it?
mirroring because I'm pointing the phone at the computer screen. I'm using the phone camera too. That's the reason why it's mirroring.
I have never had that issue when I
Hey.
use my phone. to
And I
have it-
thought you fixed all that wiring when you guys went to Sheridan.
I attempted to fix all that wiring, and I got a couple of them actually fixed, and then I was told to not fix anymore. Okay, this is really driving me up a wall. I have to go. All right, Alex, that's we've seen it. It looks good. Is it that much more better than your previous monitor? That's good English right there, by the way. That much more better.
Yes, it is.
Well, good thing then.
Good. So that was $75 well spent. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, it is.
All right.
Good.
The worst part about it is I had to find a new location to put the camera.
And
Not
everybody's
sure I
lights
follow
are
why
blinking
you had to
at
do
the
that. You didn't have the camera on top of your monitor, did you?
I had the camera on the stand on the old monitor, on the bottom of the stand on the old monitor, and the stand on the old monitor is of course different than the stand on the new monitor. So it's round, and the stand on the old monitor is rectangular, squarish, rectangular.
Yeah, I fired up Firefox, no pun intended, and the first thing I get is buffering. So I go over to the studio to check the health of the stream. I still don't have any error messages. I don't know how to do that stats for nerd thing that Doug talks about all the time to see if I have dropped frames. Chris left for some reason, Mrs. K. I'm not sure why Chris left. Maybe the buffering was getting to him. But this is
It's
terrible.
strange that you get buffering at the location where you're producing the stream.
I know that it is very odd, and no one else seems to be having buffering issues except for me. And I'm having it on two different browsers right now, Firefox and Opera. So I refresh
And you've got
it.
good internet up and down, right?
It's adequate. It's about 940, 950, something like that. It's okay. It's nothing like what Sheridan, Arkansas has, though.
Well, I mean,
I can't touch that. I mean, I'm sorry. I've tried.
is yours the same up and down or close?
It's always actually my up is always my up is always better than the down. Always.
Okay, I mean it is symmetrical, though. I guess is what I was getting.
All
Yeah.
right, Princess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what that's true. That's what I find is true of mine as well. My upload speed is always a little bit better than my download speed.
Yeah, I'm not sure why that is, but it is.
The same, I think it has something to do with fiber because when I've tested the speed at the hospitals and all that have fiber, when I go to the hospital and I test the speed there, even before I had fiber, I would notice the same thing. Whenever I went to the hospital and ran a speed test, the upload speed would always be better than the download speed.
Yeah, now this is very interesting. I just ran a speed test. 592.3 down and 510.5 up. Normally I'm in the 900s. So I do not know what's going on, and obviously I don't have the time to go in and reset the router to see if that fixes it or not. And that was through
No, but that's
Wakulla.
still better than a lot of people's measured speeds.
Yeah, it doesn't explain why I'm buffering though. Okay. And
No.
once again, Opera is back to not buffering, but it's also not live either. It's behind, however long it's behind. I might jump over to the dreaded Google, knowing I'm going to get ads. Okay, so now on the other speed test I'm running, it's at 849. It's going to be in the high eights, 845.9 down, and it looks like it's going to be in the low nines on the upload speed. So that's much better. I don't know what it is. I really don't.
How do I look on the camera? About the same as I always do?
Yep.
Is it any worse than normal since I had to find a new home for the camera?
Well, the good thing about this is now you're not really off-centered. You're relatively centered right now. So that's an improvement. At least we see you and not your shoulders. But yeah, it looks about the same, I would say. Don't see much difference in it. Now let me figure this out. I did not intend. Two commercials, healthcare and NASCAR. Mrs. K is saying there were two commercials, healthcare and NASCAR. I don't pick them out. I don't say when it goes. I just check that box that says let YouTube automatically determine where this stuff is going to go. And apparently I'm not live again because I hit the button. It pops up on OBS, pops up on Firefox, and just now over on Opera. I give up. So this will be the last show ever, the Ken Style Live Show. I'm just going to retire. Technology is finally won out. That's it. I'm done. I don't know if the premieres I uploaded this afternoon will play or not while we're on the road trip, but they might. Well, good. Mrs. K watched the ads. That's good. I probably just made a whopping $0.50. Thank you. I appreciate that. Somebody was going to say something? And Tony, I got your message. I'll listen to it in just a second. John Williams is 901 down and 833 up. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Both of those were on Acola, and I don't know why there was such a variance in them because usually they are, no matter what I test my speed on, they are usually pretty identically mirrored as far as the numbers go. Mrs. K is laughing at my joke. I don't know what she's saying too early. So, anyway, well, good, Alex. I'm glad you took the Zoom homies advice and asked your dad or your dad asked you and you got it put up because your original intentions were not going to really go well. Chris is back. Hello, Chris.
Hey. I'll be back in just a second. Had to change the Zoom setting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody, quick. Since he's not watching the stream, jump over to Plan B.
Okay.
Do what, Chris?
I told him before you came, I said I might drop out, but I was moving some stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
I actually unplugged the computer, and when I booted it back up, it came up to repair your PC, And then after I restart, it says something about Windows. It was installing updates. I said, "Uh-oh, I unplugged it while updates. It was updating. Maybe not though. Maybe they were just waiting to install."
Possibly. I don't. When was the last time you turned your computer off and back
They
on?
should be paused. I had them paused last check today at 2:55 a.m. I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
know.
back. This is crazy. I'm gonna fire up Google and see how horribly bad that goes.
It might have did a
Buffering
repair.
again. Now, I could understand it if I go back over to the studio and it shows that I've got, the analytics show that I should be at a higher bit rate, but all that it says stream health is good. Stream health is healthy, not good, healthy.
Yeah, I move things a lot.
And I got to take the grandkids back to their dads. I will be
When
back.
Barbara switched to
Alrighty.
TurboTax,
So I'm just going to leave my rectangle alone.
That's fine.
Alrighty.
Yes, Mrs. K, the live me with when I'm watching my own show, I got buffering on my Opera browser and the Firefox browser. I just fired up Google Chrome, and the first thing I get is an ad, and I get to the point where it says skip ad, and I skip the ad. Yes, I know I shouldn't, because that's how I make, the whopping money that I make. So Tim Tech Wiz says, "Hi everyone, what's going on?" He misses us, guys. Tim, we're here every night. Every night, 10 o'clock. Now, I will forewarn you, the premieres that I uploaded for the road test, when we're on the road test coming up this week, they are not consistently at the same time, nor are they new premieres. I downloaded 12 of my better videos per analytics, not per anyone else's voting or saying, "Hey, would you like this?" But by the numbers, these 12 were at their time my best producing videos, or best produced videos. So we'll see. Now, if I get back home and I go into the YouTube studio and I see I've got goose eggs from the 19th to the 30th, then I'll know that was a horrible idea. And pretty much I don't think we're going to, or I'm going to, do any live streaming while we're out on the road trip. For those of us that are attending, now I'm buffering there too. Nothing like having a trifecta. I'm buffering on Google, Firefox, and Opera.
FBISP then.
Has to be. I would agree. This is terrible. Oh, I better call Doug. Maybe Doug can remote in and help me out.
Now I have a second dilemma here, or what do I do with the old monitor sitting here in this chair right next to me?
Well, I believe someone suggested the other night that you hold on to it just in case something were to go wrong with the new monitor. You would then have your old buffering. Holy cow. You would always have your old monitor to fall back on. I believe that was what was suggested.
And you said your mom had the same type of monitor in hers.
No, what I said was the resolution on her monitor, even though it's a 2011 model, is the same as the resolution on on my new monitor.
This is a newer, bigger version of what you got, but I got a 17-inch in the closet. That's a newer version.
Yeah, it looks real familiar. What is
And
it?
this
Where it's a
monitor
20
still works.
inch?
This monitor
said
still works
17.
great. There's nothing wrong with this monitor. I mean, it might not be as bright as it once was, but yeah, I use it sometimes. I got it for like $25 at Goodwill.
Tim Tech says that he's not buffering on a smart TV. I can't go bring up YouTube on my smart TV to check it, but I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say I probably would be buffering there too. If I'm buffering on 3 separate browsers from the computer, my guess is I would be buffering from in there as well, but I'm not going to lose sleep over it. As soon as the
You're
stream
not
ends, I'm
buffering
gonna shut-
here.
It's weird. I think Tony said I was buffering at his end briefly as well. And I did get a message from Tony. I'll listen to it right after the stream ends, which will probably be too late then. And I do have some Zoom homie business to take care of right after the stream, so I will actually hold off on restarting the system. I didn't do anything today on the computer. Literally.
Some old devices will just never die, will they, Chris?
Nope.
My mom had a microwave. She
Don't
gave
jinx it though.
my mom had an old microwave that she gave to one of my aides several years ago, and she had had it for goodness knows how long before she gave it to her. It was one of them old, really old dial microwaves, not a touchpad
man.
with a
Well,
number
that
pad.
is old.
And it still worked when she gave it to her perfectly fine. But we traded. My aide gave me her microwave, which I'm still using, by the way, with the touchpad. And my mom gave my aide her old dial microwave.
I'm trying to think when dial microwaves started being phased out. That's been a few years back.
Oh yeah, that's what the 80s or whatever.
I was thinking possibly late 70s even.
Whenever they came
No,
out
maybe
with
not that far
digital-
back. Maybe 80s.
Probably about the time they came out with digital FM radio because of the display.
Possibly.
They come out with LED. What's it called? The fluorescent display.
LED,
Yeah.
the clocks. Yeah,
The CFL.
we're starting to sound like the alphabet now. All right, I am going to shut down Google since I know it didn't really solve the issue. I'm pretty sure. Well, you know what? I think I will wait and let this run just to see how many ads actually pop up, and then maybe try to time it. I might do that this week. I've heard rumors that I have ads that run anywhere from a few seconds to a few minutes, and if it's a few minutes, I have to look into that because I don't want you guys to have to suffer through a few minutes of ads at all. I know I stumbled upon a means today that I can put the ads in where I want, but I don't know if I can control the time of the ads themselves. And I do want to look into that. I'll probably do that when we get back. Been a slight
Tim's
change
got
of...
gig spectrum service.
Do what?
I said Tim's got gig spectrum service.
For now, I mean, between Tim and Bobby, they both have issues. Tomorrow it might not work. I don't get how they keep having so many issues. I don't think it's the internet. I don't know for sure. I had a very rare day on the computer. I downloaded yesterday the 12 premieres for while we're on vacation / road trip. I uploaded those all today, and that took a few hours. I was really surprised at how long that took. I didn't watch anything on YouTube except for toward the end of the day I fired up Sam's live stream to get him some watch hours, and it's still going as a matter of fact. And I made sure the clocks were good, and I watched a little bit of the Masters on a browser, which was really interesting. I shared that screen back and forth with the guys from time to time.
I noticed the modem, the red light on the modem the light on the modem at church was red this morning.
Yeah, I can't see
I don't
mine.
know
It's in
what was
there
going on.
behind the green screen here, behind the green curtain, and around the corner and on the other side of the room, so I can't see it. Now, if Mrs. K was here, I could say, are the lights blinking or anything at the same time that I'm buffering? And if that's the case, then yeah, clearly I just need to reset that.
Speaking of church, Chris, since you brought that up, today was business meeting again. We have business meeting the second Sunday of every month. And once again, somebody brought up, when are we going to get the internet and security cameras and all that set up?
Objection, Your Honor. I'd like to know who said witness was.
The
Right over his head.
Anyway,
He's confused.
they're still working on trying to get the baptistry working again, so we can we got about 4 or 5 people waiting to be baptized, so we're gonna get that done before.
So was it you
running.
that brought up the internet, and you're just anonymously saying someone brought it up, and you don't want to say it was
No,
you?
it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Your Honor, I'd like to treat this witness as hostile.
It was not me.
Question granted. Did the baptism overflow?
No,
Now-
it needs to be repainted, or something's wrong with the redone. Something's wrong with the drain or something. Had to call the plumber. I don't exactly know off the top of my head what is wrong, but
I've heard of them overflowing because they forgot to turn them off when they're filling them up.
Wow, that's crazy. No,
That's funny,
I
but it
was
wouldn't be
timing
funny.
something out. Tim Tech says, I got YouTube Premium, no ads for me. What do you pay a month for YouTube Premium, Tim? And I still get a small percentage of people that pay for YouTube tinting.
About $12.99, I think it is.
Is it that low, really?
Yep. For premium now, YouTube TV is different.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're coming up on 26. I got started a little bit early, so I'll be winding this down. I'll go back through chat and see if I can give everyone thanks real quick, and then I'll get to the homies. I'm going to shut down Google. It's behind too. It buffered and is no longer live. So I'm just going to kill that. Okay, I didn't kill the stream. That was good. I want to thank Sam was first, Rick was second, BH Ringer, good to see him, was third. I did miss Copper Coins today because I had work to do and I didn't want to be distracted. I wanted to get that done. I'm still thinking about doing a couple more. Greg was fifth, thank you. One Fish, Rick, Tony, Greg, thank you. Alex was sixth. Darren was seventh, thank you, gentlemen. John Williams, thank you. I will let you know how the concert. I like Billy Joel. I've been a Billy Joel fan since 52nd Street came out. Now, some of you may know when that came out, and if you do, YouTube Premium's annual cost $130. Oh, okay, so divide. Do you pay it one time or monthly?
I pay it monthly.
Is that you pay it monthly? He's saying it's $139.99 for a year. He thinks. I don't know. Rick Lakes, Lorna, thank you guys so much. Oh, I'm turning into a Filipino man. Mrs. K would giggle at that because we actually poke fun back and forth to one another all the time. I also want to thank the Zoom homies: Darren, William, Rich, Sam, Greg, Sin, Jeff, Alex, who's now no longer centered. We're gonna have to work on your centering yourself. We're gonna have to move the camera or move you or something. Hey, I got a quick question before I let you go. I'm sure the world wants to know this. Do you have to use your magnifier now and blow everything up, or can you see things with it at normal settings?
I do sometimes, depending on how small the text is, but not as much. I noticed that I went to several websites and I noticed that I don't have to do as much, but I still have it set on. I can use it on 100% now. I couldn't use it on 100% before. The scaling, the display settings, but I had to. I put it back on 125 just because with it on 100 the taskbar is a little too small. So.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you guys very much. Thank everyone on YouTube for being here.
Real quick, look at YouTube.
I seen the math equation there. $139.99 divided by 12.
It will probably be $12. I don't know when you round that up. I don't know.
They're not going to round it up 33 cents. I don't think. It might.
Well,
I don't know.
I
have
don't
no
understand
idea.
when it does that. I don't understand when it does that, but
Yeah. Well, I appreciate everyone for being here. I appreciate the people that watch it and let the ads play. No, I did not pay Mrs. K to watch the ads. Well, at least not yet. I haven't paid her. Um, a quick change of plan is we may be playing golf tomorrow. She said something about it this afternoon when I was taking her to work, and she said, let's play golf tomorrow, and I want you to take your clubs when we go on vacation. I'm not taking the clubs. I'm just not. And I'm not really sure if I'm going to play tomorrow or not. I might. It's supposed to be 80 doggone degrees, so I really can't turn it down. Wintermute, Nerd Wallet. Hello, Wintermute. Let's see what this
I
link's
use the
about.
Windows calculator.
Oh, for YouTube. Well, there you go. Your calculator's going to be slightly off because it's Windows. All right, guys. Thank you. If you'd like to join us on the Zoom stream or join us on the after stream Zoom.
Yeah, my calculator's fine
English.
because there's nothing wrong with my computer.
Yeah, I wished I could say that. This is I'll use the Windows calculator. Zoom address is over there. Send me an email and we'll get you up here on the panel. Would love to see you. Like to see this grow a little bit. And do have some Zoom business. If you're a homie that joins afterwards, I will wait a couple minutes. I have some things I want to run by the homies and go from there. Good night. I'm looking for the button on one of these screens to hit to stop this nonsense. It's over here somewhere.